So I've joined this panel on merger control, recent developments of merger control, and we've talked really about many different sort of interesting topics, but maybe I could just tell you about the two main points that I think I've made today. The first one relates really to this very recent prohibition of the Booking.com e-travel case. So this is a case where the Commission has raised concerns about the fact that Booking.com is allegedly dominant in one market, which is the search for hotels, and is purchasing, or was proposing to purchase, a company that is active in an adjacent complementary market, which is the one for flight searches. And the concern that the Commission has stated there is very much about an alleged strengthening of a dominant position by Booking.com. I've explained that the logic, the framework of the analysis that has been followed in the context of this case is a problem and is inconsistent with the economic analysis that has been done in other cases, also in the tech sector, because effectively the Commission is not following the horizontal merger guidelines for the economic assessment of this case, and is following a dominance test as opposed to a CEEC test, which, you know, as an economist is very, very hard to agree with. The other point that I've made related more to potential competition. So there, I've made the point that in my view, it makes perfect sense for competition authorities to focus on potential elimination of competition in the future. I think it is right for them to do so, and so I personally encourage them to do so. Now, my main problem with this sort of analysis that is being done across many different cases in Europe, the UK, and the US on this, is that, as I said, mostly two things. One is, I think the analysis is not complete enough, so competition authorities need to do more in terms of trying to understand what other sources of potential competition exist in the market, so not only between emerging parties but also between others. So you need to conduct a competitive assessment for the future, and this involves or requires more and better information access to actual and potential rivals. Okay, I don't think this is happening. The second point I've made relates more to quantitative versus qualitative type of assessment. So these analyses are by definition more qualitative, and this leaves, in my opinion, too much discretion to the analyst, to the competition authority. And so I think we should all, competition authorities and everyone in the industry, really try to do more numeracy, do more quantitative analysis in the context of these cases, and this means thinking in terms of probabilities of entering, not only from the emerging parties but also from others, in terms of likely magnitudes of these competitive constraints in the event of entering, and also differentiation. So if there is likely to be differentiation among the different competitive constraints, which of course would affect growth of competition in the future, and therefore the scope for a merger to give rise to the competitive effects.